Nakaseke, because we want to conquer Nakaseke and nearby districts, so that we can spread that game to nearby parts of the district. And we are planning this year to say that each student who has been in this workshop should have a school to go and spread the gospel about the game.
If you have got it that way, go by that. If you got get area that is not 2.5 or 5 meters, it is less than.
I'm a master's student pursuing masters in education planning and management, and I'm a teacher by profession.
Najuma, how did you manage to balance your books and your career?
And it's like a puzzle that I had to solve.
Seeing in fairway competitions, we've been registering strictly 4. But in sport competition, we've been registering 6 to 8. But the best 4 score for the team.
Yeah.
Whereas in his fairway, it is strictly 4.
Yeah.
So
the length that is taken during a fairway competition is long. Now, if we have so many participants, we are in problems. I've been struggling with this issue where you get over 40 people registering for fairway. Drawing up that tree from 40 to get 2 people, finals, has been disturbing me a lot. It disturbs a lot. So what we do is to reduce the number so that we can have a manageable amount. We do it because of number. But even internationally, and internationally you even register, of course, is it 4? And then two men doubles, 2 women doubles, and 1 mixed doubles. You're even talking of 4. That is when we take 2. Just want to use so that we are in time. But it doesn't stop you from training your players. You train them and you pick out the best. When they say bring 2, you know who are the 2. Bring 4, you know who are the 4. A gate is here. Gate number 1. Number 2 should be standing here. And the student should be this side. Have you seen? Number 3 is standing here. They are interested. Being a new group, they came with interest. A lot of interest. They were interested to learn. Because you can just judge it from the way they ask questions. They are ready to learn. And I think they have learned much.
From here, we have never had this particular type of training before. So I think we have learned the rule of the game, the basic rule of the game. We have the idea now. Even when you go back to practice, we shall practice within the rules. So of course, we can't say we are competent now, but at least the knowledge is there. We shall be doing within what we know. So technically, I think this is a leap forward to the ministry team.
We have learned a lot. We have been doing some mistakes, and we have been corrected. So we're going to spread the same gospel to the colleagues, more especially the refereeing part of it. We have improved the way of holding the mallet. So we are going to go back, starting from the grass. We are going to start from zero again to bring new members. We are going to teach them the way of handling the mallet. We are going to teach them how to set the ball, because we have learned each and everything in this workshop.
One thing I have learned is if you have a talent to use it. For example, Woodball is a game for everyone. Not me alone, not you alone. Everyone can do it because it all needs mindset. Mindset. What you make it, it's what you get the results. How you play, it's how you win. If you decide to put more efforts, the results, they are always the positive one.
For me, I just want a clarity. Like when it comes to stroke competition and fairway competition. In stroke, what comprises in stroke competition and what comprises in fairway competition? It is still confusing me that way, yes.
I told you when it is stroke, it means whoever had the least strokes is the winner. Whether it is team, whether it is individual.
Yes.
When it comes to fairway, whoever won the biggest number of fairways, if we are playing 12 fairways, whoever wins the biggest number. You can even win is number of what fairways was won. Stroke, least number of strokes scored.
As a scenario, a referee tells you to start.
Play.
Yeah, play. And then you swing. In the course of hitting the ball, there is wait. And then you hit the ball. Then course of play.
We don't have so many coaches and referees, but it is part of our annual calendar that we have to have such. And this is the first of its kind. Now we have taken off that every year we shall be having this one first, then
on the competition. Fairway, one was scored 46, okay? And another one was scored 46. How do you determine the winner?
that front part of it, you can see that front part. You have the scorecard for. You go. Look at it. After 12, look.
Has got 46.
Look, there is where 12 ends.
It is here. And I've scored 46. And this has scored 46.
Hey, this one didn't.
Then this one get one winner.
You didn't have this. Now, this one, I don't know. This is not fairway.
How do you call it?
This is stroke. Fairway is this one. Look at this.
Is it the same? Now, I'm on this scorecard.
No, here.
Not a fairway. I'm on this card here.
A stroke competition? Okay, but not fairway competition. Not fairway competition. Okay. Very good. I've understood you. It is a good question because even people ask us, how did they determine? Now, here we go to your score chart. Now, you notice a credit if you really score one shot from here, and if maybe they go was here, and you score it, one shot it goes in.
Yes.
That is a credit to you. It is a credit that is reserved in case you draw. We shall go first to that. Who had a 1?
If all of us had 1-1.
We go to 2.
If you have got 2.
We go to 3.
If you go to 5.
Please, there must be where because
they have to know this.
Yeah, we go like that. But first priority, who had 1?
No one.
No one.
We go to 2.
We go to 2. No but now you are. Oh, 2. No one. 3. No one. 4. You 2 of them scored what? 4. And then you want now. We go to 5 now. Yeah. Until we get the winner.
When does this scenario that somebody went out so many times?
And when we come to that, you see the organizers will tell us. If they say we go by that, that's as per the IWBF, we go by that. If they say it fails, we go now to what?
Yeah, that's what I want you to classify it.
Yeah.
That scenario will come when they are
that who had more OBs? Or who had more punishments? Who had more punishments? If you had more punishments and the other had less, the other who had less wins.
It's the win.
Because in football, you go to 5 penalties.
I think to go to the number of OBs someone's having, you first look at what you've been saying. How many ones the person has.
Yeah, that's the first.
Okay.
The two.
Number of twos this person is having compared to the opponent.
Yeah.
But if they are carrying all of them,
which is impossible.
Okay. Look at the number of OBs.
Coach I am the witness. It has ever happened to our scorecard. We all scored 47. We all had the same twos, the same threes, up to the last. And we all had 47. It has ever happened. We were at Lubiri, it happened.
Okay, then now we go to the OBs. Punishments. Not OBs, but the punishments. Those are not called OBs, but they are called punishments. Yeah, punishments. Who had more punishments? You are off. Punishments. Movements. You are off. Off. You are off. Punishments. You are off. Punishments. You are off. Punishments. You are off. You are off. Movements. You are off. Punishments. You are off. You are off. You are off. Punishments. You are off. You are off. Off. Punishments. You are off. You are off. You are off. You are off. Punishments. You are off. Punishments. You are off. You are off. Punishments. You are off. Punishments. You are off. You are off. Punishments. You are off. Punishments. You are off. You are off. Movements. You are off. Off. You are off. Off. Punishments. You are off. Off. You are off.
So we are calling upon our parents, our supporters, just to give us new members, because we are ready to do each and everything. Let them not lose hope. Let them give us new members, because we need them. We need to teach them how to play woodball. Not only woodball, we engage in netball, different games.
And another question on people who normally score or normally play 24 gates. How do they determine them? Because someone may score one, they may score the same, but in different what? In different, not scorecards, but different maybe courses. They say maybe course one, this one scored this, but they almost scored that. They scored the same. How would you get the winner then?
If it was 24, then the course was 24.
Because there is an incident that they said, no, this one that scored a 1 in the second, yes.
No, that one is when we go to qualifications that we want finals. That the best 16. Now we forget about what? The other, now we take that finals. Yeah? We take the finals now. We forget about the hind one, we take this one now.
It wasn't a final, we were playing 24 final.
24 final?
24 final.
Yeah, it means...
and my player scored the one they were like,
that
scored
meant,
it in the...
It meant fairway 1 to 24 were all valid. All valid. All valid. All valid. All valid. All valid.
Yellow off. Has off. Yellow has off. Yellow has yellow. Soft.
Play. Then it is up to you to tell him, ref, I can't play it. Then he says, okay. Before I allow you to remove it from the hole, extra stroke here.
Hey.
He gives you an extra stroke. Then you remove it.
Okay.
You put it behind or in front? No. You are allowed to put it on the side. Not ahead that hole. Outside the side. But not again ahead of the hole. Just inside. Okay? Have I answered you? Give her.
Coach, regarding his question, do you measure, when you pick the ball from the hole, do you measure like a mallet head or you just put it on top
No,
of the hole?
just
on top.
But don't go there very far. Just around there, around the hole. The ball goes out over the boundary line. It is OB, over the boundary, OB. That's when we use what? The 2 mallet heads. The ball crossed from here, entering, you measure 2 mallet heads. 1, 2. Don't remove the mallet before you place the ball. Don't move the mallet before you place it. Measure 2, pop, place the ball, then remove the mallet. And then it must be on a straight line. Don't measure 1 mallet here, the other mallet you measure here.
I came across an answer to Mr. Chimuri's question. He was asking about the total distance. Yeah. Here it says the total length of a 12 fairway football course should be more than 700. So more than doesn't have the limit up, but it shouldn't be less than.
First of all, 2022 has been a great year for me.
Equipped, and our number who are trained were still quite few. That's part of on a human resource side, but we are picking up from there. Then the second part is on the equipment, which is also a bit technical. We started without any equipment. The first equipment we used, I remember the first game we played, tournament we played was in Mallet in August. We went without any single equipment, so we had to borrow. We had to keep on borrowing from the other teams, but we managed. And lately, when even we are playing other local tournaments here, we are borrowing equipment from Makerere, which were supporting us. But when we went to Kenya in November, we managed to acquire some few equipment for ourselves. That's what we're using now. That was the second one. And of course, then the third one is what happens to every institution is financials. We don't have, still we don't have a budget line to support us, but we keep on, in a rock way, managing to get support from here and there.
Talk about high cost of operation, because we are coming from very far. We are coming from Nakaseke, deep in Nakaseke. So it is very costly for us to come from Nakaseke. The cost of transportation is not good for us. And most especially when you look at members not being consistent. Today we're having a different team, but because someone is not going for a tournament, he misses the next training. So consistency is also not good at all. Yeah, it is a challenge.
Coming soon.